Hi Leo, welcome to your love relationship reading for the month of September 2018. This channel is called The Witching Hour. My name's Michelle and I'm a witch. Welcome and merry meet. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me or donate to this channel, all the links you need to connect with me are in the drop down box below this screen. And also remember to like, give a thumbs up, or share this video on social media. And subscribe, most importantly. And when you do, hit the bell icon so that you are notified of all new videos that have been uploaded by me. Without further ado, here is your reading. I'm going to be using Sacred Circle Tarot by Anna Franklin and Paul Mason, and Witch's Wisdom Oracle cards by Barbara Michael John Free and Flavia Kate Peters. That's illustrated by Richard Crooks. I'm also going to clarify using the mini Hanson Roberts Tarot. Here we go. Okay. This card signifies you, Leo. This is the essence of your soul at the time of this reading. Heart and hearth, homecoming. Your soul's on fire. I feel like a very centered energy here. It's your fire energy, the solar return. At the bottom of the Witch's Wisdom Oracle card, and the underlying reason why you are coming home to yourself, why the hearth card and the homecoming, is because of clearance. Aries got a very similar readout and underlying energy for their reading. So if you are connecting to that fire sign as well, I suggest you watch the Aries reading and also the video for the element of fire. So this is what's going on. This is what's going on with you, Leo. Regret, the Five of Cups. Having lost more than you've gained, but maybe spirit coming in and telling you that you've gained more than you've lost. You just don't see that yet. The underlying reason for the tarot energy, with the tarot energy, is the Seven of Discs. Aries also got this. Okay, now I did shuffle these cards very well in between readings. So there's something here in common with the fire energy that spirit is doing in a universal way throughout the fire signs. This means that you are on the path to recovery and you are making progress. You already have done the clearing work that's needed. You are centered and focused on your soul's energy, which is about being home. That's what's going on, is you're kind of taking stock emotionally and feeling that you've lost more than you've gained, but spirit is saying you're going to very soon, very quickly come to an awareness of feeling that you've gained more than you've lost. The tables will turn emotionally. That's what I'm getting. Here's what's going on with the other person. The Star. Wishes fulfilled, hope and encouragement, strength, protection. This person is holding a lot of healing energy for you, kind of holding your heart in their hands. This is a person who has a soul connection with you. A person who is a kindred spirit. They have the same soul as you. Soul energy. You have laid the groundwork for clearing. You are feeling the emotional sadness. Here is the real reason for what's going on. You are laying a new foundation in your life, Leo. A new foundation. Your ship's coming in. That's why I said Spirit is bringing that energy, and for you to have a new perspective, a new emotional set point, that you are going to feel that you've gained more than you've lost. Here's the real reason of why this person is so hopeful and optimistic in their coming towards you. This is the real reason why. Page of Wands, potential. The real reason is that they see the potential of what has been lost and what has been gained from what has been lost. This is a person who is going to offer you hope and encouragement. Steady progress along the way. I feel the loss of some friendships here. The loss of what you feel to have been a soulmate. And yet Spirit is saying, no, we saved the best for last. We're coming with new things. They're coming with them now. And this other person has a divine connection. I'm seeing it. Divine soul connection here. They're very spiritually oriented. They're very highly connected to spirit, connected to much higher spirit forces than you're used to seeing with people. That's what's made you so sad, and that's what's being cleared out. I just feel like you don't want the typical person. You want a more highly elevated soul, someone who is more highly evolved than the average person. And the universe is saying that's why this had to leave. That's why this was all cleared out, to make room for this person here. This person holds a torch for you, whether it's in spirit, because they haven't met you yet. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling more of. Spirit bringing you someone to light the way, someone to show you the direction you need to take. A younger person to lead you to this person, to show you. They're worth waiting for. This is what Spirit will bring in to help you. The King, the element, the very essence of water. This is the utmost spiritual maturity. This is what will compensate for this feeling of loss. They'll turn it around and make it feel like you've gained more than you've lost. This is what Spirit is bringing you to help, is this feeling of spiritual and emotional maturity, the feeling of utmost intuition. You feel a much deeper, stronger, unruffled sense of connection with Spirit. Much more mature. Bringing you a mature male energy as well. This is a sign. This is a sign that this person is making their way back to you, making their way back around, of this new person coming in also. I'm picking up on both of those scenarios. On having lost in love before feeling, you're going to have a sense of renewal in a mature sense, not just wishful thinking. Very strong emphasis on Spirit saying that to you. This is not just wishful thinking. You're going to feel that it's not just wishful thinking. And when you tend to feel it inside of you, Leo, that's where you're going to feel more convinced, is in that emotional maturity. And you're going to feel that sense of, this is not wishful thinking, this is real. I feel this emotional maturity. I feel this sense of connection with Spirit in my soul, at the center of my being. And it's kind of bringing everything, it's touching upon all the dynamics in my life, not just this particular issue, but it makes me feel like I'm coming back to life again. This is the energy that's being brought in for the others, that their intuition and their, like, knowing the unknown, like knowing where to go, where to find you, how to find you without really knowing. They're just going to follow their instincts. their understanding of themselves, of the unconscious soul, not just their mind, but their soul. This is what the universe is bringing to them. The universe is bringing that to them. They know this. They feel it in their soul. You feel it in your heart, in your soul. You're both being tuned into spirit. You're both being tuned into spirit. You for your sense of loss and the emotional change that occurs, and them, I feel like you're both going to feel each other on a soul level from being apart, from being, you're going to feel it at a distance. Even though you're at a distance from each other, you're going to feel the soul connection towards each other. You're going to feel yourselves being pulled towards one another. The reassurance you're going to get is that you're able to feel this feeling, and that will confirm for you that it validates why you cleared out things in the past. You'll feel the reward, the emotional reward coming from that, because you're going to start to feel your soulmate coming in. And here's the underlying energy of that, is the fulfillment. And that's why, and the healing before that, and the clearing of all that old energy will enable you to feel your soulmate even through these sad feelings. And that's what turns it around for you. Spirit really is bringing this emotional change in your heart. And here is the energy of how you're going to be brought together, either in an existing relationship or in a new one, is through rivalry, the Seven of Wands. But this is about also standing your ground in the midst, right in the middle of opposition, standing your ground with this fiery masculine energy that you hold, Leo, whether you're male or female, the fiery masculine energy you hold of standing your ground in the midst. I keep seeing it in the midst. In the midst, I see a lot of things surrounding you, and you having this inner peace in the midst of all of it, and that energy is bringing you together. This person will fight for you. They would fight for you body and soul if they needed to. That's how you'll recognize them. That's the energy they carry. They're at peace with themselves. They're adventurous and curious. They carry a torch for you. It's like I keep seeing the twin flame. Look how he's holding the torch. And I do feel the twin flame energy coming off of that card. Definitely feel that. It's like you're linked. You're linked. And they know where to find you. They somehow know where to find you. I'm being told to say that. I don't know how they could possibly know, but man, I'm telling you, they know. They know where to find you. They know how. In just following their gut feelings. That's the only way they know how. But that because of that, it's like that's how they're doing it. It's a bit uncanny that they would find you in the midst of all of this hullabaloo, where you're standing your ground, you're holding strong, you're holding on to your faith, and they're holding on to theirs, and they're finding. It's like you're two people who know what it is to stand your ground, and having had to develop boundaries for yourselves in the midst of adversity. I want to clarify these energies here of your soul and the coming together of the two of you. Like, that's such a strong thing to have in common, and that's what's magnetically attracting you to each other in that vortex law of attraction way, is you just both standing your ground in that sense of hope and inspiration, feeling inspired, feeling ready. It's like this one is waiting and you're seeing it. Spirit is going to show you that it's coming in. This one is going towards. That's why that masculine energy going towards you. Again, very similar to Aries. Very similar to Aries. If you guys have Aries in your charts, go check out that reading and the element of fire reading. here's that King of Cups again. Here's the Page of Wands. My word. Judgment. It's all going to be made known. The Seven of Discs. Oh my God, the Seven of Discs over here. Holy crap. It just reconfirmed everything again. That is crazy. And this one's face down. What is the mystery here? The Hierophant. The Hierophant. Some of you. Oh, this is like a... This card is holding a lot of energy, and I want to put it over here. Wow. Look at this. I mean, Page of Wands, Page of Wands. King of Cups, King of Cups. This person is absolutely emotionally mature. You're going to get a message about this person. This is a twin flame. Now, here's this little twin coming up, right? And I almost get the sense of a man with a son who's like his mini-me. Like an existing, like a single parent, a person who's gone through the same thing you have, for those of you who that applies to. The Seven of Discs over here, the underlying energy over here. Seven of Discs, Seven of Discs. Unbelievable. Definitely a work in progress. This person definitely has worked, like I said earlier, has the same thing in common with you, has done the same things as you, has gone through the same trials and tribulations as you. This is a very strong male energy coming from the Hierophant. This is like your spirit guide. This is a priest, minister, pastor, guru, spiritual teacher of some sort. This is about, I'm feeling that this is more literal than metaphorical. This is a very wise, like a pastor type of a personality who has helped you, someone who's prayed with you, prayed for you. I just can't get over that. Here is the King of Cups, Page of Wands, Seven of Discs over here, if it's still on the camera, right there, two of those. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. And the Judgment. This is all of it coming to light. Coming to light. Someone telling you the truth about someone. That gives you this strong confirmation, validation about something. Sets you on the right path, that really gets your mind straight, gets your mind right. It's like you hear a sermon like Joel Osteen or something very, and I don't mean, that name just came to me. It doesn't speak of whether I support that person or not, but it's like almost this crazy, wacky inspiration thing comes off of TV, like unexpectedly. I just keep getting, it's this pastor energy, this spiritual leader, and it's like their sermon inspires you, their words inspire you, and you feel like this is confirmation and a sign from God that this person is in fact coming. I feel that some of you have had a dream about this person. I feel that you've gotten a sign. Like someone is actually like prophesied over you about this, has seen where you've been, has seen and confirmed where you've been and how hard that you've traveled, like how far you've traveled, how far you've come, the progress that you've made along the way. You're going to get that affirmation that everything you got rid of before is in fact going to benefit you in the long run, and you're going to feel more encouraged. You're going to be able to stand your ground, and that's when they find you, is when you feel that you are on solid ground. That where it's the feeling I'm getting is that when you feel that you have placed yourself on solid ground, that's when they'll come. Like that's what brings them in, or that's the clincher. This person has heard things about you. They've heard things about you. Calling, like a call. Like they feel called to you. Someone has called them and they've received a phone call that they're coming to, and they're coming to you, that someone called them and said you need their assistance. They're coming to you. This is an answered prayer. This is for some of you, this is a friendship at first, and it develops into more. A person who helps you stand your ground, supports you. A person who offers you spiritual insight, helps you grow into maturity emotionally. A person who has keen wisdom and insight that matches yours. Matches yours, but it's different, and you therefore balance each other. This is all what's coming in. I mean, I'm a witch, but I'm getting a very churchy vibe from this. Like, this inspirational type speaker, like you see on the television. Not a, no, I don't know how to explain it. I'm sorry, but that's the imagery I'm getting, is that you feel inspired by listening to this person. I'm just waiting to see if I'm getting anything else. Yeah, I just see like your jaw dropping, like you're watching television or you're at a church or some kind of spiritual gathering. You're watching someone speak and you go like that. That's what I'm seeing. It's really interesting. And for some of you, it's like someone makes a call on your behalf, like a father or a pastor or someone in that, like a spiritual elder in a community, that type of person calls someone to come help you, and they do, and they hear the call and they come help. They just, I don't know, there's some kind of in between. There's a person in between who reaches out to another. There's a definite soul connection I'm picking up on, that they receive a phone call about you, and they know. It's like this other person gets this phone call and they're like, oh my gosh, I gotta go see them. I gotta go, and they have to travel to see you from a distance, and they're like, I know this is the one. They know somehow. You don't even know. You're just thinking, I need help. Please help me. I need help. And this person goes, oh my gosh, I think this is the one. I think this is the one, and they come. I don't know who that applies to. If it applies to you, please leave a comment. I'm just getting any more residual messages. Someone has gone, the other person has gone and gotten a reading from someone, has like gotten their cards done, and that for you it confirms that they've looked for you and have now found you. That's the sign for you. You're like, oh my gosh. Like you're described in this reading that this other person gets. They get it. They get a reading. And you have been described to this person, and then after you meet, they tell you, oh my gosh, I got to tell you about this reading that I got, and they describe this person, and the person is you. You're listening to them describe you, and you've never met them before, or the reader couldn't have possibly have known you, and yet they're describing you to a T, especially the physical description. And that like kind of blows your mind a little, and okay, well, this is, because you feel kind of scared about getting to know this person, but because they went and got this reading and the person described you so much, so accurately, you're like, oh, okay, I'll give them a little, a little time to figure them out. I'll give them my attention for a minute so I can see if they're, kind of eases your mind a little bit. Like to go meet them on a first date or something, because it's, you feel a little apprehensive. I'm just looking at the cards still to get some residual energies off of them. I swear that energy keeps coming back, like Billy Graham, Joel Osteen says something and you're like, you cry and you're like so inspired and so comforted and healed by this message. That it just kind of like washes you clean emotionally. You know, an inspirational speaker. I'm getting images of these people and I am feeling that energy of the Christian church energy, or that type of energy. Someone who speaks to a very big crowd, you know, but I'm not getting like a TED Talk or a government or a political inspiring, you know, like someone in government giving an inspiration. It's more religious, but it really helps you, it really inspires you, and it's kind of an off the wall type of thing that happens where, you know, it's not your typical thing that you do, but it's like you kind of feel like watching this program for some unknown reason to you, but it's because this person has a message. That it's about the message, not about the surrounding religious beliefs, okay? It's about the message. It's like the divine. And it's very spontaneous. So if you're hearing me say this now, it kind of confirmed that it already happened to you. And you're like, oh my God, that happened to me last week. And if not, it's about to happen to you soon. And to, in other words, to expect a message from Spirit from an unexpected source. Okay? Expect a message from Spirit from an unexpected source. So you won't see it coming. You won't see it coming. It will be from possibly another religious background than yours, or just at an unexpected time or setting or reference that you'll hear this message. Standing for a cause. I see the two of you going to this, the two of you, either whether you know each other or this is what's going to happen with the new person that you have not yet met, but it's like the two of you stand for the same cause. The two of you stand for the same cause. I'm feeling that very strongly, like the Red Cross I'm seeing. You know, I'm sorry for all the Christian overtones. I'm not of that particular religious bent, but I know it deeply. And I harbor no resentment. It's like, but I'm very familiar with it. I've come from that background for a while. But I'm seeing you both, and this is not pertaining to a religious belief set, but I'm seeing it as you both standing for the same cause, and I see like humanitarian work. That's why I'm seeing the Red Cross, like going out and helping in a third world country type of setting or scenario, post-war, post-crisis, hurricane disaster, that type of thing. You both stand for the same cause, and it's very good. It's not about dogmatic religion or anything like that. It's about real spirituality. This is what's pulling the both of you. You both feel it in your soul. It's like you both feel called to this, and you're both called at the same time. For some of you, I'm picking up that your fathers know each other. Ooh, there's a lot of energy coming through. Your fathers know each other. You knew each other when you were kids. There's an innocence and a purity in this foundation. You had a good beginning, you had a good start, like you had fun together, you played together, you were playful. Your fathers knew each other. That's what I'm getting. Oh, okay, and for one of you, your father has passed. This is very specific about a couple who meets. Your fathers knew each other. One of your fathers has passed, the other has not. And you reminisce about when you used to play together. It's like you come together. I wonder if this is even at a funeral or at a memorial, like gathering after a funeral, after a memorial service, when you gather in someone's home, you reminisce, you talk, and you catch up with each other and honor the loved one, and you talk about them and your lives together, and you talk about your past. You catch up with each other after having not seen each other during sad circumstances, but it comforts you. It's very comforting. Very comforting. A huge ton of psychic messages coming through this reading, Leo, from the other side. A lot of help from the other side, a lot of help from the other side. And you're able to pick up on it a lot, and so is the other person. It's like you're both, they're one antenna and you're the other. And it's like you're both connecting to spirit. And this is why you're able to connect with each other. This is, wow, very strong. It's definitely meant to be. Definitely a divine calling. Definitely a divine appointment. And your grieving has a lot to do with it. Has a lot to do with it. It's part of the whole picture. So it's like, if you're feeling that now, just know that it's going to serve a much greater purpose in your life, like in a very big way, in a way you weren't anticipating, in a way of hearing hope and messages from sources you weren't expecting to hear them from. And it's very encouraging, very spiritually uplifting. You feel whole and complete. This is wonderful. Good energy. Very comforting. Very comforting. Restores your faith in humanity, restores your faith in spirit, but mainly humanity. That's what really blows your mind. It's like you start to see God in people, and it just blows your mind. This is a very strong after the funeral type of feeling at someone's home. Big time. I think that's because our hearts open up so much and our souls open up so much during the time of passing of a loved one, and seeing everyone's energy is coming in to honor this person and express their love, and everybody's hearts are so open and their spirits are so open that it just sets everybody on this path, a spiritual path, from the passing of this loved one. Very inspiring. Again, I heard Billy Graham again, like that. Like this person was able to influence and give faith to people. But I'm not talking about religion, remember. Very, very, like, you can't deny. The feeling I'm getting is like you can't deny that this was from God. You can't deny it. Yeah, that's it. That's all I'm getting. It's like at this point, I would keep reiterating the same point over and over again because it's so strong. But that's what's in store for you, Leo, and there's a lot of people involved. There's a lot of people involved, but you don't see. It's like behind the scenes, but it's like they're very strong. You just don't see all the connections, or you don't have to. It's like, but there's a lot of people involved in this, or a lot of people just around in the environment, and it's like, and you see all, like Kismet, I'm seeing you looking at, oh my God, this is how it all connected and came together. Blows your mind. So you'll know what part of this reading is for you. If it fits, let it fit. If it does not fit, don't force it to fit. Just take the pieces that work for you, because there's a lot of moving parts here. There's a lot of you watching. So, and it's a general read. So if you want more specific details, get a reading with me. But for the meantime, if you're watching this, just take the pieces that fit, like a puzzle piece. And if it doesn't fit, don't try and make it fit. Just leave it alone. Because that piece is probably for someone else who's listening. And you have pieces in common, but not all exactly the same. If that makes sense, okay? And you'll see that here too when all of this stuff transpires in your life. Very interesting and very strong spiritual energy coming. More so than any other reading I've got. This out of the 12 that I'm doing so far. Ooh, well, stay tuned, Leo. That was really a humdinger. Thank you to Spirit for coming through there in such a strong way to give you such specific details. So please stay tuned to this channel. If you want any more updates, hit the bell notification thingy. And so you get notified of all new videos. And best of luck with everything, Leo. Please stay in touch. Leave a comment if any of this resonated. And connect with me through the links in the drop-down box below. So until we meet again next time, from my soul to yours, Leo, much, much love and brightest blessings from above. Take care. Much love. Bye-bye.